Do you want to increase views on your Facebook stories? Today I'm sharing with you the top reasons why your views are tanking and what to do instead to increase your Facebook story views. My name is Steph and I love helping network marketers grow their influence and their profits using social media strategies that work. If you want to grab a free guide on 15 unbeatable post and story ideas, head on over to the link. I'm going to pin it right in the top comment of this video. Now, let's dive into this content. Let's go over the number one reason why people swipe off your story, the number one thing that you can do to increase your views in your stories. What is that? Stop putting up so many stories. Let's be honest. How many stories do you have up? Face it, no one cares that much about you. So if you're posting 20 stories a day, people are swiping off. So what is the ideal amount of stories to have up? I believe it's between 3 to 5 stories. Now, you'll hear different amounts. Some people will tell you, oh, put up 20 stories. But in groups where surveys have been done with over 30,000 people vote in that they're swiping off after story number 3 or 4. So I would keep up max 4 stories a day. Every time someone swipes off your story, Facebook algorithm notes that. So they're not going to show your content, your story, to that person as much again. Facebook wants people to stay on the platform. So decrease the amount of stories you're putting up. What's the next thing that you can do that'll help increase your Facebook story views? Make your stories easy to read. If you have a bazillion words up or your words just blend in and they're hard to read, people aren't going to take the time to try to figure it out. You got to capture their attention immediately. So make your stories easy to read. If you need to see some examples of how I do this, check out this video. Moving on to the third thing that's likely tanking your views. As a business owner, selling your stuff on social, that's great. Hopefully you're educating, entertaining, and inspiring people. But if you're slapping up company stock photos, guess what? No one wants to see that. People swipe off when it's just product pictures or generic stock photos. Make your story personal to you, something that no one else could copy paste. That's what's so great about stories. It's uniquely you. They don't want to see your company photos. They don't want to see a product picture. But what do they care about? They care about a result. Idea number 4 on how to increase your story views: nix the sound. Over 80% of people are on Facebook watching it, going through stories without sound. So make sure your video or whatever you're putting up doesn't need sound. A great hack for this, check out this video on how to add timed text to your story. I love doing it. Video is 100 times better than a static picture because it draws people in and it helps them get to know you. But the downside is a lot of times with video, you need sound. Well, timed text solves that problem. Idea number 5 on how to increase your story views: put up interesting content. You know, I'm a mom and I don't even want to see 25 pictures of my own kids, let alone someone else's 25 pictures. So keep your content interesting. Keep the variety. If you need some ideas on content ideas specific to business, check out this video. I go over a lot of ideas to help you boost your business and increase your sales. Idea number 6 on how to increase your views in your stories is stop making it so busy. Less really is more. If the background of your story has a lot going on and then you overlay a gift and a text and a interactive sticker or emoji slider, or you use all the things, just stop it. Stop. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Remember, about 3 seconds. Your point needs to get across in 3 seconds. So reduce the noise of the picture or the video and just make it simple. Idea number 7 on how to increase your views is stop making it so much about you. No one really wants the self-promotion or the bragging, especially in business. You know, I think it's okay to share your wins and how to do that, but do it with tact. Don't be asking people to help you hit your month-end goals. That makes it very much about you and not them. You should be on social media serving people. Idea number 8 on how to increase your views in your Facebook stories is to stop posting the same thing as the newsfeed. They're different. And as I mentioned at the beginning, grab this free guide of mine. I talk about it more in depth, and you can print it off and read it and use it. But there's really a difference between the content that you should be putting in your newsfeed versus in your Facebook stories. And I'll make sure this guide is pinned to the top comment of this video. So stop posting the same thing in your newsfeed as you do in the stories. They're very different formats, and different things perform so much better in each location. One example of this, if you're using horizontal pictures versus the vertical form picture in your Facebook story, well, vertical pictures outperform horizontal studio pics by 84% when it comes to how many views they're getting. So fill the full vertical space. For more tips, like I mentioned, check out the guide. Idea number 9 on how to increase your views in your Facebook stories is to stop posting the same thing as you did on Instagram. Now, while you can share things back and forth, and I totally believe in repurposing content, just make sure that you're not using things on the different platforms that don't work. So if you put an interactive sticker on Facebook, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out this video. If you put that on Facebook, but then you go and post that on Instagram, well, it's not going to work the same. Or the same thing with like the emoji slider or the event countdown, posting back and forth. If people are trying to interact with it and the buttons don't work, they're going to just stop viewing your content. And like I mentioned, as soon as they swipe you, right, and they move on to the next person, Facebook algorithm notes that. And so over time, the more people that are swiping off, the more people that aren't going to be viewing your stories. And last but not least, stop engagement baiting people. What do I mean by this? People can tell when you're on the hunt, or they just want you to like comment or tap just for their own benefit, when it's again about you and not the viewer. Just stop. My favorite analogy when it comes to social media stories and posts is it worth $100? When someone views your story or reads your newsfeed post, are they getting so much value that it's like $100 in their pocket? So when they get the notification, oh, Sally Sue posted to her stories, they're gonna click on it because they know that Sally Sue delivers so much value. So stop it with the engagement baiting and just putting up stuff that really doesn't matter, and actually serve your network, your niche that you're in, with value every single day. And that is ultimately going to skyrocket your views. If you want to join the conversation of this, I have a free Facebook group called Create Stories That Sell, and I'll link it in the description of this video, but head on over to the group. You can join. We're talking about how to use social media to your best advantage every single day. If you want to shortcut your learning curve, head on over to theprecipack.com. Check out my course, The Secrets of Social Selling. In it, I deliver 9 secrets to help you wake up to people reaching out to you for your product and your opportunity every week on social media. I love teaching this because it works, and I want you to have different results 1 month from now than what you have today. So 10 ideas on how to increase views in your Facebook stories. Number 1, only 3 to 4 stories up. Number 2, make it easy to read. Number 3, stop using product or company photos. Make it unique to you. Number 4, use videos without sound. Number 5, interesting content. Number 6, reduce the noise. Stop making it so busy. Less is more. Number 7, no self-promotion or bragging. Number 8, change it up from the newsfeed. Number 9, don't repost buttons on different platforms that don't work on both platforms. Number 10, stop engagement baiting people and use value. And that's all I got. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you get notified when I release another video next week. In the meanwhile, check out either of these videos that I have popped up just for you to help you win even more on social media. And thanks for watching.